The taxes you owe Uncle Sam. Debatable? Well, as we speak, there's a tremendous amount of debate going on in Washington as to how much of your money should be sent to the IRS in just a couple of months. Now, if you were unaware, Congress chose not to make this important decision about whether or not to extend the Bush tax cuts or to some or all Americans until after the elections. Way to go, Congress. Anyway, what that means is that a lame duck Congress is about to tell the IRS if you're going to pay more money than Uncle Sam in a couple of months, or if this part of the tax code stays the same, or if the Bush tax cuts get extended for some period of time. Now, I know you don't always like to keep up with all the details and particulars of the tax code, and that's why you counted me to do this for you. But I do want to spend a few moments talking to you about a sampling of the tax code changes that I am following for my clients. Number one, the education credit. The American Opportunity Credit replaced the Hope Education Credit for 2009 and 2010 only. All right. Now, the benefits of this new credit are: one, required course materials such as books qualify. Also, the credit is increased up to $2,500. Income level phase outs are higher, but here's the big one: 40% of the credit's refundable. All right, that's really big. Non-business energy property credit. This is a 30% credit up to $1,500 less than any credit that you took in 2009 on this when you make certain energy efficient improvements to your home. Now, these are improvements can be high efficiency heating and air conditioning systems, water heaters, windows, skylights, doors, insulations, and roofs. Must be made to your existing principal residence, and that's very important. The residential energy efficient property credit. Now, this one's a 30% credit for installing things such as solar electric systems, solar hot water heaters, geothermal heat pumps, wind turbines, and fuel cells. Now, these can be made to your existing home or new construction. First-time homebuyers credit basically is gone for most of us, but if you were on military extended active duty, your time frames have been extended for 1 year. So check into that. Still a possibility you might get it if you were military on extended active duty. Lower capital gains rates. The 15% capital gains rate, which is actually zero for taxpayers below the 15% tax bracket, is set to increase to 20% in 2011. Now, qualifying dividends, which were taxed at reduced capital gains rates, also in 2011 will be taxed at ordinary rates. Increased first year asset expensing. News release, brand new, just passed a few weeks ago. For 2010, the Small Business Jobs Act of 2010 increased the amount of first year expensing to $500,000. This is good for 2010 and 2011. Extended NOL carrybacks. Businesses can carry back NOLs for up to 5 years for losses incurred in taxable years beginning after December 31st, 2007 and beginning before January 1st, 2010. Refundable portion of the child tax credit. Now, this is a big deal. The earned income formula for the determination of the refundable child credit applies to 15% of the taxpayer's earned income in excess of $3,000. This allows for more income to qualify in order to determine how much the credit will be. In 2011, this amount will be considerably higher. Earned income tax credit. Now, this was a temporary increase percentage from 40% to 45% for families with 3 or more qualifying children. This ends in 2011. Lower income tax rates. That's what everybody's focusing on. In 2001, tax rates for ordinary income were good through 2010, and the tax rates of 10, 15, 25, and so on. Now, these could all change beginning in 2011 if the Bush tax cuts are not extended. Additionally, the child tax credit dollar amount is changing from $1,000 per qualifying child to only $500 beginning in 2011. Return of the marriage penalty. With the expiration of the Bush tax cuts, marriage penalty is back on the table. It means if you are married and you take the standard deduction, your standard deduction is less than 2 times the single rate for people that are living together. Okay, that was a lot of information. And I know that, it was just mind-boggling, all the information and detail I gave you. But remember, no matter what, I've got your tax back. Call me if you got any questions, and we'll talk to you soon.